Alright, so today we are going to be continuing working on our clay project. So one video shows you how to make the mouse, and the second video is going to show you how to make the pizza slice. And as you can see here, you are going to kind of make a New York style pizza. And so you have things to consider. One, do you want it to have kind of like a bin, like you're trying to feed yourself, right? Other things are your toppings. So you got mushrooms here, olives, pepperoni, half pepperoni slices, bacon, it looks like. Right here we got some onions and possibly some sausage, right? So just things to consider about like what we're going to be making. So your actual clay project, when you get your clay, it's already going to be given to you in a slab, so you're not going to have to roll this out. But for today's purposes, we are going to have to roll our pizza slice out. And so to do that, we're going to use our trusty play-doh here. You want your play-doh to be really, to believe that it's one piece. And so this is used play-doh, so it is starting to get to the end of its life, but you can pretty much get it. You'll need a roller, which you can find in the basket of clay tools, and then you just slowly begin to roll this out. Okay, we don't want it paper thin. You definitely want to use a paper plate or a placemat that we've given you for this purpose. You're going to try, you can see that I'm rotating and flipping it over so that way it's even. If that happens, don't worry about it. Now, you're not going to be able to get a giant pizza slice out of this today, and that's not the purpose of this video. So what happens when it starts to get too thin is it starts to definitely get stuck to the material that you're rolling on. So this is why we don't want to do this on the table. If we do this on the table, it will get stuck. Alright, so this is probably going to be good enough for today. Something else you'll need is a cutting tool. They come in green or gray. They do the exact same thing. And so for today's purposes, I'm going to try and get myself a nice triangle or wedge, right? The top of it, I'm not going to try to make it too straight. You can see it's already getting stuck, so I'm going to have some issues here getting this peeled off. Very good. Alright, so alright, crust, right? So if you look at my pizza crust here, you can see that it's a little bit thicker, right, than what was given to me. And the way I did that was with my clay I created a coil. So remember, coils are created this way in our hands, and I just put that on my pizza slice. I may need a little bit more. Right now, today, do we have to slip? Obviously we don't, but next week when you guys are making this, you'll definitely have to put slip down. I take my cutting tool. I can use plastic, fake credit card. I can use several different things for this, but I just want to give my bread, my crust, a little bit of detail. So I'm going to come in here and just kind of beat that up a little bit and give my bread a little bit of a detail. Alright, so let's talk about pepperoni. Because obviously my pizza is not really huge, so I don't need a large piece of clay for this, but I want to start something decent size. This time I'm going to roll it into a ball. And you notice the difference between my hands on this one. Okay, and then I want to flatten this as best I can. Again, not paper thin. Right, so nice little flat pancake. So the bigger the ball, the bigger the pepperoni slice. Slip this, add this where I want. Now pepperoni is not exactly smooth, right? So you could take a toothbrush and you can beat it a little bit, and hopefully you might be able to see some of the details that are happening because of the bristles. So I make as many pepperonis as I want. I get some texture onto the pepperoni. Alright. So, bacon, right? So for bacon, what I would do is I would probably, again, take off, a pretty good size of clay, coil it, flatten it, remember, as bacon cooks, it's not perfectly rectangle. Can twist it, Okay, and then I add my bacon, right? Again, can draw lines through it because you know how bacon kind of has. So I add as many pieces of bacon as I want. Alright. So let's talk about olives, right? Some of us are going to want to do olives. So we take this, roll it into a ball. I want to squish it a little bit, but not like the pepperoni. I'm going to keep it kind of fat, right? Now olives you can do where you have like the sliced olive, right? And it already has a hole in the middle. So if you grab the back of a paintbrush, you can just dig out a hole, right? So you can keep it whole like a donut, or you can cut it in half and you can have pieces of olive wherever you want. Let's say you want to try a mushroom, right? So a mushroom, again, tear off a piece of clay, roll that up. Again, I would flatten it a little bit, but not too flat. And this one is where I'm just going to kind of draw and cut. So like here's the stem to my mushroom. And I'm just going to kind of slice off that little bit there. So I'm trying to make a tree silhouette. Yeah. So this is definitely like the sliced mushrooms, those white ones your mom can buy at the grocery store. Think of like an anchor, right, on a ship. Something like that. Okay, so I can add that to however I want. Say you want sausage, right? So with sausage, we just take little pieces, roll into little tiny balls, place them wherever we want. Okay, onions, peppers, right? Onions would be like little coils. Something like that. And then it's endless. Okay, pineapples, same thing. So I want you guys to play around with this, create your mouse over and over again. And this is how and what we will be building for your 5th grade clay project. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching.